Hello, it's Denise from Integrated Mama, and I am back today to do part 3 of my tarot card collection. I'm hoping to get through about 15 decks on this video, so let's just get right to it. So the first two I'm going to show you are my Dame Darcy Queen Alice Tarot and Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. I'm a big fan of the Dame Darcy decks. I like the artwork. I like these boxes. I really like the cardstock on the Mermaid Tarot, although I really like the silver edges on the Alice Tarot. And yeah, so this was the four of Wands. But yeah, I really like this deck. I actually just kind of used it for myself and like gone through it and done a few things, but I've never actually used this in a reading. And I want to, though. Like, I really want to. And it was one of those things where I'm like, I'm going to read the Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland stories again. You know, I'm going to read those. The Alice stories again, and then I'm going to use this deck and I'm going to appreciate it so much more. And I started to do that, and then I got distracted, and then both the book and the deck kind of got set aside. And unfortunately, that's just what happens sometimes. And so I really want to use this deck more. It's just a fun deck. I like serious decks sometimes, but sometimes I'm just in the mood for something fun. So, yeah, so that is the Dame Darcy Queen Alice Tarot, and I love the fact that these boxes make it easy to get the cards in and out of, although it looks like I'm making a complete mess out of it right now. It's usually fairly easy to get these decks in there. Okay, there we go. All right, and then this is the Mermaid Tarot. I just absolutely like these cards. I love the colors on the back. I love the sides, the edge. I mean, that is how they came. Like, it's this beautiful, like, kind of mattish gold. And I love the card stock. Like, oh, these cards are absolutely amazing. And the artwork is also fun, like the Alice deck, but it's all like watery based, which I love a lot. So I love using this deck, and I've actually used this for readings for myself and for other people, and it's just kind of fun. So yeah, and I like how the colors are kind of like muted a little bit. I don't know, I really like this. I believe this is the, I forget what this edition is called. This is not the first edition though, so. So there we go. And I actually have a backup deck of the Mermaid Tarot because it's awesome. And all right, so this is the Goddess Tarot by Chrysalis Tarot. And I used to use this deck all the time. I'm not sure why I stopped using it. To be honest. I really love the artwork. I actually have a workbook that goes with this deck. I've never read it. Like, I got it because I was using this deck all the time, and then I got the workbook, and it just kind of, you know, it was just one of those things where it was just time to move on to a new deck, I think. But like, I love Chris Walter's artwork, and I have to look this one up. That's the King of Cups. It really, like, it's giving me an Arthur vibe at the moment, but, you know, I don't know, like, because I don't remember who that's supposed to be. But it does say in the book, I believe it has a little bit about different stuff. See, so Suit of Swords is, I'm not going to be able to find the cups really fast, am I? The Suit of Cups is the path of Venus. It doesn't say it's a King of Cups is a specific person. I just had to, like, it's one of those things I just had to look that up real fast because I just had to know. But yeah, I was using this deck a lot and I wanted more information on the cards and the artwork and everything. And then I got the workbook, which I'm assuming has more information in there, and I used it. And this is the Tarot Fauna. Pardon me because I totally forgot. Okay, but created by Devin Strickler and artist is Brittany Burkhardt. Sorry. So I absolutely like even this box is so cute, you know, like I ordered this one on Etsy. This one is just so awesome. These are the backs of the cards. And so you can get a PDF guidebook for this. I don't know if you might be able to buy like a printed copy, but I got the PDF guidebook and I printed it out and I, you know, printed it out on paper and I punched holes in it and I got a special binding and stuff for it and I had it all ready and I didn't read it. Like I'm seeing a pattern. But I love, I threw them all over the place. I love these cards. I love that like each suit kind of tells a story. Like so all the Suit of Torches is these foxes, and then let's see. Oh, look at the shells. Otters. I love otters. And let's see if we can get to some majors somewhere in here. Are the majors? So here's the World and Judgment. I like this one as Judgment. Like it makes me think of, what is it, like the fates that, you know, cut the web, the string for people's lives. I don't know. I might be mixing up my mythology, but that's just because I haven't done my research because I've obviously been distracted and gone on to other things. The Moon, very cool. Oh, the Star. I love, 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 love the Tarot Fauna. Set that there because I can pick up those other cards later. Okay, and this is the Shapeshifter Tarot by artwork by Lisa Hunt, and the deck's by DJ Conway and Serona Knight. And this one, I really wanted this deck. Of course, look, and it's even signed by Lisa Hunt. I actually ordered it from Lisa Hunt's website, and because I wanted it and I tracked it down because I don't think it's in print anymore, and ordered it from her. And I mean, she was just so sweet and she signed it, and it's, and I love the artwork. I love her artwork, and I partly because and these are the backs, which is really cool. Partly I have not used this because I don't want to mess them up, and the other part of that is just because it confuses me because it switches the air and the fire. So wands is air and swords is fire, and I have at least 2 other decks that do that. And I don't know, because like I see this one, for example, it says like air element wands, and in the bottom it says 5 struggles. So it's a 5 of wands, which I do normally associate with struggle. So that's fine. But then I don't associate it with air, you know, so like, I don't know. So that's kind of like, I get stuck on that. Although the earth, you know, pentacles is the same, and so, and water is the same. And I just love the artwork. I'll probably say that about almost every deck. I usually buy decks where I like the artwork, so that's not going to be a surprise. So yeah, and this one, you know, it just comes in this little, like, you know, tuck box type thing here, but it is signed on the box too, so like I'm keeping that with the box because that's why I probably keep it, even if but I want to learn to read with it, because I have like 3 decks that switch the fire and the, switch the elemental associations, wands and swords. And so I want to be able to use those decks, especially because one is Legend, the Arthurian Tarot, I'm pretty sure does that too. And I love that deck, but I don't know. Just one of those things. I don't know if it'll happen, even if I want it to. So this is the Santa Muerte Tarot by Fabio Lustrani. And I love this deck. I bought it. I used it. I liked it, but I didn't think I was going to really get into it, and I donated it. Because I used to have, where I used to live, there was a metaphysical store where you could take like your old metaphysical books and stuff. And they're supposed to be creating like a little library. And then we moved away, but I did donate a lot of stuff to that place. And this was one of those things. And then I wanted it again. And so I ended up buying it. I don't know. I just like the artwork a lot. I like the colors. They're really vibrant. And sometimes I just need, sometimes I just need to work with this energy, like, of the Santa Muerte. So, yeah. So, gorgeous deck. And I really, 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 for whatever reason, like, I really dig these borders here. Like, on this, just this far and on the bottom. I don't know what it is about that, like, but I really like that. And I like the little box, okay, but it stays pretty good. It sits upright on my shelf, so I don't have any issues, but yeah, that is a good one. And I have the Oracle for that matches up, but that's going to be if I do my Oracle collection. But this is turning into quite the quite the series of videos. So this is Touchstone Tarot by Cat Black. I've had this one for a long time. So this is another one that I really wanted, and I actually did use this one for a while. Little art card stuck on the bottom. It's a nice box. I think this is one of the first tarot decks I ever bought that came in like a nice box like this, and not like a tuck box or like one of those, those big like Llewellyn type box that they used to have. It had like a little white filler thing in the bottom. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. This was the first one I ever bought in a nice box, and I love like the booklet that came with it. It's super nice. I think I actually wrote in the book, as I almost always did, like I wrote down my first reading that I did with the deck. This was before I knew about deck interviews. I would always, whatever my first reading was with the deck, like I would write it down. So it's really interesting to go back through those. But this is like the Touchstone Tarot, like art card. Touchstone Tarot, tell me true. This is what I ask of you. Oh, yeah. So the backs, and it's got the gold gilding on them. I really like that. This deck, like when I first got it, I was really intrigued by it. It's another one that I had to kind of hunt down, and this was a long time ago. And I found it, and I was so happy, and I used it a little bit, and then it just got put aside, and I just didn't use it that much. And I don't know. Then like I moved several times, and it's just been in storage, and then it's been in boxes, and then it just never got out really. But and now it's out, and I've been actually getting it out and using it more, and I really like this. And this is one of the decks that has, it has the Happy Squirrel card, which I love. I think the Wooden Tarot has a Happy Squirrel card too, so that makes 2 Happy Squirrel cards. And I actually leave this in the deck when I'm reading with it, because to me, this is just like something fun, like happy, it's going to come, like, situation's going to come to your life, like. So I like to leave that card in the deck. And that's one of the reasons I like this deck so much. But it's just interesting to me, like, I go out of my way to get a deck, and I have it, and I use it a little bit, and then it just gets, like, doesn't get used as much. And I don't know what the deal is with all that. So Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I have several decks that like are tarot decks, but they're tarot oracle decks, and I thought about just leaving this with the oracle decks, but I really think this is more, I don't know, to me, like I'm going to study this like as if it is just a different system of tarot, so I got it out with the tarot. And I have, oh my gosh, I purchased this deck. I love the artwork. I have never used it. And this is a guidebook. And it has so much wonderful information. And each, like for February and March, I thought about making this my deck for the month because I just really, this is by Raven Philon. And it's very shiny, so it's going to have a lot of glare on it. But I love her artwork. I have her Messenger's Oracle, I believe it's called. And I've used that a lot and really liked it. So I decided to go ahead and get the Dreams of Gaia. I just love the images. I mean, the backs are so pretty in this edition. Love it. And there's just so much to like about this deck, but because it is different than a standard tarot deck, I'd never just have gone and just pulled it and started trying to read with it. I feel so rushed sometimes, like I want to learn the different systems for all the different decks I get, and then I just don't. And then they just sit there. So that was one of the things I wanted to try to fix this year during my depth year. This is the one I definitely am going to keep though and try to actually learn. Some decks I might end up passing on, but this one is just amazing. I just wish it wasn't so shiny. That's the only thing. It's the only thing. But I really like this one. So one of these days, I'm going to work with that deck. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many more I'll get through. I need to stop talking so much about the different decks. Okay, so this is the Animal Wise Tarot by Ted Andrews. And I really like this deck. And I have the book actually that goes with it. But when I first got this deck, I had every intention of using it. And I didn't because it just seems so different. Like, so you have, you know, pictures of the animals, which, and you have like keywords, which I really like, but then you get to like the suits. And so water and cups, you know, it says it's a shapeshifters. And I like that idea. But when I was younger and I was, you know, not as familiar with the tarot, I guess, this was just, I just wasn't able to read with this. Daddy Longlegs. Weaving deeper relationships. I have never seen a Daddy Longlegs in deck before. I didn't realize there was one in this deck. That's how little I've used this. Oh, Silk Moth. Look at that. So this was a really good idea for a deck. Mine's been sitting somewhere where it needs to get. And we've got a tornado watch. Oh my goodness. All right. Just heard that go off out of the corner of my eye. So I have to keep my eye on that. And all right. So yeah, so that was Animal Wise. And I do want to go back to that one now that I feel like I could work with it better. And I've been drawn to a lot more animal decks lately, so I think that'll be nice. This is the Alchemical Tarot Renewed by Robert M. Place. So that's a little booklet. Came with it. I've had this one for a while, and these are the backs. And I haven't really used it that much, but I do really like the colors, and I like the artwork. I feel like I say that for every deck. I really like this deck. I like the colors, I like the artwork, but I've never used it. Like, why? Why do I have so many? I did use this, though. When I first got it, I used this for readings a lot. And it's just one of those, I had it out. I use it for a lot of readings. And then I just, it got packed up, you know, when we moved one time, and, you know, just there was a lot going on. It just never really got unpacked and used after that. So I was happy when I was unpacking my stuff and I found my box that had some things in it that I had been looking for. So hopefully I use that one more often now. Let's see. This is, why can't I think of the name of that deck? All right, I don't have the information, so let me save that one for later. It's going to bother me because I don't know the name of that one. So this one is the Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. And this one I had pre-ordered, and I bet you can guess what I'm going to say. I love her artwork. It's gorgeous. I bought this deck. I used it a couple of times, and I haven't used it since. I love this deck. I mean, but it is a little pale. You know, it's gorgeously colored. But for me, like, I just feel like I wish the colors were a little more vibrant. Just for myself personally, because I enjoy, I think, a little bit more, like, brighter colors, really. So, although, I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh, the Ten of Feathers with the snake. So, so yeah. So another deck that I really like. I like the artwork. I enjoy using it when I've used it, and I have not used it very much. Let's see if I know which one this is. Okay, so this is my 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. That I actually, this was like the first deck I ever modified. So I trimmed the edges off and edged it in black, and I'm pretty happy with myself because I was I was like afraid to modify decks before this, and so so I really like how they turned out. And yeah. And so I had actually used this for a while. I had this one set, so I couldn't connect with this deck. I was actually going to donate it or find another home for it, and then I decided to use this as my little guinea pig to try to modify decks. And then once I did, I kept it on my altar. I used it for readings for myself and for other people, and I've been really happy with it since then. So so yeah, so I guess I learned a lesson, although the only issue is this little card. This card, I had moved the deck, and this one got smushed. I don't know if you can see it, and he got bent basically in half. So that was a total bummer. So I'm going to try to keep him in the middle of the deck. Oh my gosh. What these poor cards have to go through. And it has a stone. Some of my decks have stones that live in the little bags with them. All right. Moving quickly now to the... There we go. The Beautiful Rebellion Tarot by Robin L. Cole. I found this on Etsy, and this just has like a little, keywords in here, and that's all. But I think that there is a PDF that you can get, yeah, for expanded full color PDF guidebook. You can visit the website, so I'll probably do that because I love the artwork. This is actual like art from, I don't know what time period this is, but I want to know like who the artists are and that kind of stuff. This is just really beautiful artwork. Oh, these are the backs. And I love this this painting, and so I want to know more about the backgrounds of these pieces of art, these paintings, and like where do they come from, and I'm hoping that that's in the guidebook. So I'm definitely going to download the guidebook. As it is, I have gone through this deck. I love this Emperor card, by the way, and this Hierophant card. I've gone through the deck. I've looked at the artwork. It's gorgeous. I love it. And I've never used it. So, shocker there, I'm sure. This is good. This is good for me to see all these beautiful decks that and because then see, I still get more decks. And so if I can't use the ones that I have, what am I doing with them? All right, so this is the Chrysalis Tarot by Tony Brooks and artwork, the paintings by Holly Sierra. This little book. And this is a gorgeous deck. I love the back. I love the artwork. It's very like mystical and fun, and I have the book that goes with it, and I am excited to read that book, and I am excited to use the cards, but I love the artwork. I have never used this deck. It's just so sad. Like, why do I do that to myself? Oh my goodness. I'm either going to have a massive clear out, or I'm just going to like lock myself in a room and play with tarot cards for days. So, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe I just want to collect decks, and sometimes I feel like maybe I'm searching for a certain deck that, you know, like that I click with that's like my soul deck or something, and I just haven't found it yet, or I don't know, because I have decks that I love and I use all the time, and then I have some that I love and I don't use, so I don't know. A lot of these might be finding new homes. So anyway, I think that's all I'm going to go through in this round because it's already kind of a long video. So let's see, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14 this time. Yay! So I think there just probably will be about 1, maybe 2 more videos after this for my collection. So yeah, hopefully just 1 more. So we'll see. So anyway, thank you. If you've watched this, thank you so much for listening to me ramble about all the beautiful decks that I've purchased and that I love the artwork and that I have never used. So I will have at least 1 more of these deck collection videos for you, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.